YouTube channel. I know it's been a while. We have a new filming location. I moved. This is gonna be where I'm filming. It's like a little bench I have in my room. Eventually I'm gonna put like a little tapestry right here so you can't see the window, but for now we're just gonna have to deal with it. So if you didn't tell by the title, today's story time is gonna be the time that I was the side chick, and I knew about it. I knew that I was like, okay, so this let me just give you guys some background information. So this story takes place when I was like 15 years old. I was in 9th or 10th grade. I don't remember which one it was, but I was in 9th or 10th grade, and it takes place when I was 15 years old, 15 or 14, but probably more towards 15. Okay, so I was dating this boy. I've mentioned him in another story time, the boy that I caught with his stepsister. So I was dating that boy, and you guys know he like fucked me over, he cheated on me, whatever. So he had a friend, and we need to give his friend a name. We're gonna call his friend Bottle. Okay, so he had a friend named Bottle, and they were like this, like super duper close, and Bottle went to my school. And if you guys remember, the boy from the stepsister story time, he went to a different school, but Bottle went to my school. And so of course I had became friends with Bottle because I was like dating his brother type shit. And so I became friends with Bottle's, well, I didn't become friends with Bottle's girlfriend, but I knew Bottle's girlfriend. I knew her friends. I was friends with some of Bottle's friends. Like, we were all in a big ass group chat. Okay, so that is just some background information. So when I first met Bottle, I wasn't really friends with him or anything like that. I just kind of knew him. But as time went on and we were in a big ass group chat, we became friends, and I became his girl best friend. And for this reason alone, I don't want my boyfriend to have a girl best friend, because I know what the fuck I was doing with my boy bestie, bitch. Okay, so like I said, me and Bottle became like best friends, and I would talk to him every day. Like, I would talk to him on the phone. I knew I was so grimy. I'm gonna be honest, when I was younger, I was so grimy, because this is grimy as fuck. Like, older me now would beat my ass, like, genuinely. But anyway, so I was friends with Bottle. I knew his girlfriend. I would talk to Bottle all the time. I would talk to his girlfriend. Like, sometimes, like, me and her weren't the best of friends, but we were cool, which makes this story even worse. Like, I knew this bitch. Like, we were cool. So I don't know how it even happened. I'm pretty sure it was like after I found out that my boyfriend was cheating on me again. I had broke up with him, and I got a new boyfriend. So we're gonna call my new boyfriend Remote. So I liked Remote, but he didn't go to my school, so I wasn't really like able to see him every day. But Bottle went to my school, so I just genuinely don't even know how it happened. But like, Bottle had started flirting with me, and I just started flirting back. Keep in mind, I had a boyfriend, Bottle had a girlfriend. So he had started flirting with me, and I just like started flirting back. I'm 15 years old, like whatever the fuck. He was older than me by like a fucking year. So I'm like, oh my God, he's an older guy. Now, Bottle wasn't cute. Bottle still isn't cute. I was just bored and a whore. That's just honest. I was just bored and a whore. So a whore bored, like whatever. So one day he asked like, oh, do you want to have a hallway session? Now, if you are in high school or you're a younger viewer and you don't know what a hallway session is, basically a hallway session is when you're in class and you and whoever the fuck else leaves class and y'all meet in the hallway, y'all talk, y'all kiss. It's a hallway session, y'all. That's your business, whatever you do in the hallway. Now, my hallway sessions never went farther than kissing, but I know some people whose hallway sessions have gone a little further, under the stairs, if you know what I mean. So he was like, oh, we should have a hallway session. Now, I don't know if he was my first hallway session. I'm pretty sure he wasn't, but he was definitely one of my first. So I was still like getting into like what the fuck a hallway session was. So I was like, oh, okay, like we can have one tomorrow. Like, hallway sessions weren't like spur of the moment shit. Like, this shit was planned. Like, okay, after 6th period, I'm gonna meet you in the hallway tomorrow, or I'm gonna come by your class during 6th period. I'm gonna go out of my hallway. Like, the thing about my school was you had a hallway pass for whatever hallway you were in, like the 600, the 500, 700, 800, and you were supposed to go to the bathroom in your hallway. And if you were caught in another hallway, like, you had to go to the fucking office and all this other shit. So I would never leave my hallway to go to him. But he was an athlete, so he would always leave his hallway to come to me. Because honestly, if you're like an athlete and like your team like fucks with you, like they need you, you're not ever really gonna get in trouble. Like real trouble, because like you have a fucking game, people want to win, whatever. So he would always come to my hallway. So he would basically be like, okay, like during sixth period, I'm gonna come meet you. And he would tell me when to come out, and I would try to go to the bathroom, or I would say I needed to go get something, like type shit like that. But it would really suck if you had a hallway session and like your teacher would not let you out the fucking classroom, because then it's like, well, my teacher won't let me out, so I don't know. I don't really know. But anyway, so he's like, okay, we're gonna have a hallway session. I'm like, yeah, we can have it tomorrow. So the day comes and I'm nervous as fuck, like, because this is my first time having a hallway session with him. I have a boyfriend. I'm still talking to my ex-boyfriend. Oh my God, I was just such a slut whore. I was still talking to my ex-boyfriend. I had a boyfriend. I'm fucking with his friend. Like, oh my God. So we do the hallway session. Like, he comes to my class. He's literally right by my door. I go out. And I don't know if we walked away from the door that I was like by. It would be really stupid if I stayed by my classroom door. So I'm gonna say that I walked away so that I can feel smart. So let's just say we walked away and we went by another door. Like, it was just crazy because there was cameras everywhere. Like, how fucking dumb. So we walked by another door and we were talking. And he just kissed me, and it wasn't like no like crazy kiss. It was literally like a fucking type shit, like a kind of fucking thing. Like, it was never like he was tonguing me down in the middle of a hallway, because honestly, I don't even like kissing like that. And I definitely for damn sure wasn't like an expert tongue kisser at 15 years old. So you were getting pecks out of me probably, and that was it. So he did that, and I remember he like grabbed my butt or something, whatever. But then he's walking me back to my class, and we see one of his girlfriend's friends. Wait a minute. But she knew that like we were friends. She knew I knew his girlfriend. So I don't think she thought anything of it at the time, because we were, like I said, we were all in a big ass group chat, like literally all of us, including her friends. So she was just like, oh, hey, like, what y'all doing? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, like, I just came to the bathroom. But she seen that he had the wrong hall pass. So it was like kind of obvious that he specifically came to like this hallway to talk to me or something. But like, again, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything about it in the group chat. The girlfriend didn't know at this point. She didn't know at this point. And keep in mind, this is not my proudest days, okay? I've done things that I'm prouder of, and this is not one of them. So we had that hallway session, whatever. So then somebody told my boyfriend that I was cheating on him. I don't know how, because I had a few more hallway sessions with Bottle after that first initial one. Somebody told my boyfriend I was cheating on him. I literally don't fucking know how. Like, I don't know how. And then I had started talking to my ex-boyfriend again. So I broke up with my boyfriend. I know, try to keep up. So I broke up with my boyfriend. I started fucking with my ex-boyfriend again. And I was still fucking with Bottle, which is my ex-boyfriend's friend. So one day, I had tried out for the track team, or like got on the track team, whatever. And Bottle was on the track team. So at practice, we would always flirt, like type shit, like, but this was my friend. So like, it didn't look crazy that I was talking to him all the time, because like, this is my friend. He was on the track team. Like, it was just like, oh, we're talking at practice kind of thing. One day at practice, he literally slapped the fucking shit out of me. I don't know, like literally slapped the shit out of me. Like, I think we were like play fighting or something, and he smacked the fuck out of me. And I was just like I was just stunned. He smacked like the goddamn taste out of my fucking mouth, but that's neither here nor there. I just thought I would include that fucking detail. 15-year-old Jordan needed her ass beat. Like, she needed her fucking ass beat. Nobody ever did it. I don't know why. Nobody. But whatever. So we're at practice. We were flirting. We were talking all the time. But then I had started fucking with his friend again, like super heavy. So he had became my boyfriend again. My ex-boyfriend had became my boyfriend again. So this probably is around like... No, he didn't become my boyfriend yet. So this is probably around April or May. We were talking because he became my boyfriend again in June. So this is around April or May, and we were like talking again. Like, we were trying to like ease back into that shit, whatever. But I'm still fucking with his friend. So then one day after track practice, Bottle is like pissed. Like, he's mad as fuck. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's like, nothing. And he's like texting like hard as hell. And I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, nothing is wrong. Like, nothing, just some bullshit. Like, I didn't name for his girlfriend. He's like, Charger. His girlfriend's name is Charger. He's like, Charger's just like talking about some bullshit. And I immediately knew. I'm like, oh, does she know about us? Like, this is like on some like affair type shit. I'm like, does she know about us? He just like ignores me. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then the next day, Bottle asked me if I wanted to meet for a hallway session. And I remember I was like checking Facebook to see if Charger and Bottle like took each other's names out of their bio or deleted their pictures, and they didn't. Like nothing happened. So I was like, okay, well, they must be fine because nobody like made a move, like nothing happened. So I, again, was just like, whatever. I mean, I guess. So anyway, he asked me to have a hallway session again. So the next day we go, we have a hallway session. We kiss or something. And her friend walks into the hallway again. She didn't see us kissing, but she just seen us. And she just gave like a dirty look and she like walked back to the other way. Like she was walking down the hallway and she seen us and she walked back the other way. So I was like, the fuck, it's kind of weird. Like what were you going to go do? So then, where were we at? I don't know, but I had seen, okay, so I seen Bottle's girlfriend and I seen the friend that would always see us in the hallway. I was somewhere. I don't know if I was at a game or a dance or something, but I was somewhere and I seen them. And keep in mind, we had all spoken before. So when I seen them and I like came by them and they didn't say anything to me, I was just like, okay, like something, they know something. So I like walked away and I remember I texted Bottle and I was like, does your girlfriend know that like we like are fucking with each other or like what? And he's like, yeah, like she knows. And keep in mind, we're still in this big ass group chat. And when I thought about it, it like made me think of how like they hadn't talked to me in the group chat in a while. Like usually they would mention my name in a message or something, but no, they hadn't talked to me in the group chat in a while. So I was just like, okay. Well, this is starting to add up. Clearly she fucking knows that I'm kissing her boyfriend all the time. Whatever. But he was still trying to be on that with me, trying to fuck with me. And I'm like, no, bitch, it's not fun anymore because now your girlfriend knows. This is not fun anymore for me. So his girlfriend basically like just did not like me from then. Like at all. Didn't like me from then. And I don't think I don't know if he knows now, but I don't think he ever found out at the time that I had like fucked with his friend, because he definitely would have said something to me at the time, but he didn't know at the time. But I'm sure he fucking knows now. Like we haven't dated in like 2 years. But yeah, his girlfriend found out. She didn't like me. Her friend didn't like me. Her friends don't like me till this day. They were talking about I was fake. I was a hoe. Which I was. I was definitely fake for that, and I was definitely a hoe for that. That wasn't my friend at the end of the day. But like I knew this bitch. Like I was sitting up in her face fucking with her boyfriend. Like that's fake as fuck. And that is something I learned from, because I don't do that shit anymore to my friends. To people that I know. No, if I don't know you, bitch, your man's not safe. But anyway, and then after this whole situation, Hera and Bottle were still talking to each other. He was still trying to fuck with me, but I wasn't on that with him. And then they broke up and he was still trying to fuck with me. But he was just so fucking weird. Like he like just wanted to fuck me, or he like, oh my God, he wanted to go to a homecoming with me, but I guess he was like fucking with this girl. So this is what happened. So he wanted to go to homecoming with me, and I was like, okay, like where do you want to go to eat afterwards? And he was like, oh, we can go to like Hot and Juicy or something, which is a seafood place. And I was like, oh yeah, but I don't like to peel my shrimp, so like I would have to get crab. Like I was just making conversation with him because I hadn't talked to him like in a minute before he asked me if I wanted to go to homecoming with him. And he's like, okay, well I'll peel your shrimp for you, but every shrimp I peel is a kiss. And I was like, we could just go to Cheesecake Factory, because I didn't want to fucking kiss this man. I didn't want to fuck this man. At this point, I was probably like 17 years old. So I wasn't like into him anymore. I think I was dating girls like exclusively at this point. No, I know I was dating girls exclusively at this point, because I was still talking to my ex-girlfriend or my girlfriend, whatever she was at the time. The timeline's a little fuzzy. But so then he texted me. He's like, oh, I'm like fucking with this girl. She wants to go to homecoming with me. And I was like, oh, we'll take her. And he like got mad that I didn't have any competitive spirit, I guess, because he was like, oh really? And I was like, yeah, like if you're fucking with somebody and she wants to go with you, then take her. Like what the fuck? I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not gonna sit there and duel to the death for you. What the fuck? So I was like, yeah, if she wants to go with you, then just take her. He like got mad at me, and then he had me in his like private story on Snapchat, and he fucking kept posting his dick print, and I begged him. I was like, can you please take me out of this shit? So that's where we stand with him. I think he blocked me on Snapchat because I asked him to take me out of his private story that he kept posting his dick in, but whatever. So basically that's the time I was a side chick for a fucking weirdo, and I was literally a hoe. I was a side chick and I knew about it. I was grimy as fuck. We know. Learn from my mistakes. Don't be like me at all. It's not good. It's bad. Don't be like me. But as always, I love you guys. Let me know if you guys like this story time, and if you want more story times, click the like button and subscribe, and bye guys.